Hello, folks. Randy here at Frontline Games. How you doing tonight? Welcome to Friday Night Magic, hosted by Frontline Games. So, a little bit of our graphic change. This time in the feature match, we happen to have William Dunlap versus. Got to get used to my new control things here, but I got to update their information. That's my bad. But we have William Dunlap versus David Simonenthal for our round one. I know that we have Boros Feather versus Black White Vampires. Should be good to go here in a second. I'm going to knock on the door and let them know that it is time. Couple little quick changes to our overlay. All right, so we should see some action. Looks like Williams on the play. And of course, if you're watching, tuning in, let us know. We've changed a lot of different things with our overlay. Hope you like it. So we see Dreadhorde Arcanist coming into play for William. David thinking about what he wants to do here. He's going to cast down, get in for one. A little quick update to the life totals. Legion Warboss getting in for one, taking David down to 17. Of course, William did shock in the Sacred Foundry. Looks like he wants to attack. He's thinking about it.
Yep. 2-3.
So we look at the Course Knight getting in there as he played Knight of the Ebon Legion. Swinging in there for one. Is he shocking in? Looks like he is, going down to 13. This is probably so he can play Feather. No. 10th District Legionnaires. So geared for battle coming in. 10th District Legionnaire. I think he should have probably pumped up the 10th District, but he chose not to. Hey, Jessman1995, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. We changed things a little bit. Hopefully you like it. So 12-10, Williams' favor. I think David's going to take a big hit here unless he has some way of killing, because Legion Warboss is going to make another token. Kali Honor Guard? Mortify this most likely in the main phase. So 4 getting in, taking David down to 6. Yeah, I know, Jess. I know. It's living is hard living sometimes. Leech's Landing is going to put a 1-1 lifelinker into play for David. As we look at what he can he do. Another Knight of the Ebon Hand. Jordan, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you can hear me well. Any modern tonight or just standard? Just modern tonight. Or not modern, standard, I'm sorry. Josh, welcome to the stream. My headset just went dead. There we go. So there's Soren. He's going to shock. So now he's going to have to neg 3. Sanctum Seeker coming out. Sanctum Seeker is a bigger thing there. Thanks, Josh. I'm really liking the new layout too. Thank you to Shelby Phillips, one of our staff members. So William really taking some time to think about what he needs to do here. He's definitely trying to get in some damage, but I think he knows that something's going to die, maybe. If he blocks the 10th District Legionnaire, that creature's probably going to die. I think he just needs to block the 2/2 token and try to get more creatures on the field. Soren's going to die no matter what. But David's willing to go to 3. He's able to get a second creature out. Looks like he's going to swing in for 3. Ooh, there's the MVP of the deck, but he's so low on life total. I think where there's only one creature on board, he should play the icon of ancestry. I think he should play this instead of the Danto Vanguard. You know, this will help him get creatures out of the way, things like that. But he just chose to play the Danto Vanguard. He can't pay the 4 life. There we go. I guess patience is built. So that's going to be a 4. So it's a 2/2. It's going to get +2/+0 or 3. Danto Vanguard. So David's starting to pull ahead now. Yeah, he has to let it go. He can't pay the life for it. Get in there with the heavy hitter. Another Sky Marchant. Ooh. He had 3 zombies up top. Yes. Creature card of the chosen type. So now we're really seeing how the icon of ancestry gets there. And Williams scoops it up. David going up a game. So very interesting, you know, Boris Feather versus Black-White Vampires. You know, I don't know. You tell me who you think's going to win between David and Doc. You know, as we are watching this action, they're both sideboarding. A whole bunch of different layouts that are new. Hopefully you're liking it. But, able to put it together. She did do an awesome job. I mean, this split screen looks pretty good. As they're both sideboarding. All right, with David up a game, do we think William can take it to a game 3? And here's the thing. These two are friends. David is almost like William's son. You know, almost. But between William and David, I was talking to them right before we started round 1. I said, hey, if you guys are paired up, I am going to put you guys on camera. And lo and behold, they were paired up. And now they're on camera. you know. And yeah, I saw your post today that you did get it. I was amazed at how fast it got to you. Um, I think I mailed it Monday. I can't remember what day it went out. It was either Monday or Tuesday. I usually don't work in the shipping department anymore. That's Tyler's job. And every now and then I've got to ship something. So they're both shuffling up now for game two. Hopefully they reset their life totals up top. I'm hoping. While he's mulliganing, I am going to go and show him how to adjust the life pad. Wow, looks like David's going to be going down to 5 cards. That might bode well for William. I don't know if 5 cards will get him there, but we're going to see. Looks like he chooses 2 lands to go to the bottom. Sacred Foundry for William, tapped. Sky March, Sky, I can't say it. I'm glad that you like it, Josh. William taking 3, going down to 17. Thanks to the Legion Lieutenant. Nice foil one he has there. 10th District Legionnaire. Chooses not to block. Nice Mortify. I think Soren should come down. Yep. So 15 to 18.
You're good. So if you deal 2 here and 2 there, does that die as well? Because it says Fed touch.
No, because I just deal damage
Oh,
to you.
okay.
You don't do damage to me.
Takes out Soren. I think he could have got some damage in on David.
Comment.
William going down to 13. I think he's just trying to save his protection spells. If he uses that shock here, which he decides not to,
Ooh, combat.
Before cast like
we're going to see
This
a
one, Darth William,
what does it do?
scry one. Leave that there. Scry one. I'll leave that there and he gets free. He gets protection from black.
Okay.
5.
so 13 all now
Right.
as William evens it up. Multi 5 really starting to take effect here.
Comment. Modify.
I think he should have saved the Mortify
Here we go.
and used Cast Down again.
Two of you.
Dread Horde. So next turn is going to be some sparks and stuff because Feather's going to come out.
Cast out.
Mm-hmm.
11 to 8. We do, Jordan. We do have an Instagram. Working on getting it up to date.
Combat.
So Feather. You can put 2 creatures in front. Blocking with the 1/1. You'll help with Insta? Well, we'll have to get with Shelby on that, and we will see about getting that done. Is he going to shock him directly?
Yes.
Use sparks to your grips. I'm gonna shock this.
Yep.
Scry her.
So an interesting way to keep the shock in his hand as a finisher card.
That one coming back. I'll kill it.
Here we go.
Roll. Combat.
Four.
So this is where the shock would have just got him. Oops. And yep, gets evened up at a game apiece as William takes that game. So we're going to be going to a game 3.
I didn't realize life was that low.
So they're going to shuffle up for this game 2 action. Or game 3. Sorry. I just got asked a judge question, so I had to step away for a second. David's going to be on the play. Hopefully he doesn't have to mulligan down to 5 like he did last game. If he can keep a good 7. Oh, it looks like he's going to make an adjustment before presenting. Get a quick look through his deck. And it looks like we're getting ready to start this.
Okay. Sure.
So we see a planes from David. Ooh, no swamp. That would have been very handy had he had a swamp there. Because he would have been able to put out a creature or play the duress. Is there a 10th District Legionnaire in Williams' hand? Plays Dread Horde Arcanist. No black mana yet.
Here you go.
Trying to figure out why he kept that hand of 7. He might be a victim of missing land drops. So 10th District Legionnaires.
I'm gonna fine strike this. It's good. I'm gonna scry one first.
So it's going to get a 1/1 counter. He's going to draw a card. Well, scry. Then it gets a 1/1 counter. Then he's going to draw a card.
Draw.
Oh, combat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna recast this, targeting this. Draw this. 3, 4,
So
5.
4, 5.
Right.
David down to 15.
Here you go.
And he didn't draw a swamp. Doesn't he need to? Oh, okay, he was on the play, so he doesn't need to discard. But he needs a swamp. Otherwise, this game's going to be all William.
Combat. 5.
Another 5. Taking David down to 10.
Go to
And now he's having to discard. And there goes that duress. Oh, William with the God's willing in hand. I don't think there's any recovery. Swinging there for 5. He's calculating, can he do more? He can try to do the Defiant Strike again. Decides not to.
Ready?
Yep.
God's willing.
Yep.
God's willing.
That's good.
Yep.
Scry one.
Second scry.
Scry one. Scry one.
Oh. So 4. So that's 6, 7 so far. Just shock him. Bring him down to 1. Had he shocked him before the attack, he would have been able to shock him again. Yeah, he could have had lethal on board. Another God's willing.
5, 6, 8 you. Shock you.
Pregame.
Yeah, and that's the game. That is the game. As
Like,
we see William take it 2-1 over David, and David's a little bit sad there, as you can see. Man, what a round one. That feather deck, it's just so resilient, and especially with 10th District Legionnaire having the pseudo heroic ability, getting the +1/+1 counter, and God willing being in Core 2020 has definitely put that deck at another level. So, folks, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back for more action here at Frontline Games. Stay tuned. And as always, you're welcome to battle. Hey, folks, welcome back for round 2 action. I'm your host, Randy, here at Frontline Games. This time in the feature match, we see Tyler Willoughby. He's going to be our player 1. Player 2 is Caleb Mangrum. We're going to knock on the wall and let him know we're ready to go. I'm excited to see Tyler's deck. Demir Thief. Gonna knock on it, let him know it is time.
There was one land in 13 or 15
Uh-oh.
cards.
Sounds like Willoughby's gonna be mulligan down to 5.
Same.
I'm really impressed with this overlay. The new overlay, hopefully you guys like it out there as well.
Some extra deck bugs, 'cause I know I gave him 2, but like.
Now it's time to get a new playmat on the table.
Decks over to them, 'cause
And I think we will get the art done on that and get it ordered. I will say I will be here for Monday Night Modern. Then we're going to take a week break. Stitcher Supplier.
Easy.
Are we playing Hogak in Standard? There's a little bit of ramp.
Zip zap zoopity.
He did.
1 year.
17.
Good.
Oops. I know I started the clock, I thought.
Show you when you can push. Go.
Sure right.
There we go.
Fire Richard.
All right.
Yeah, that one. So that's Trophy Force Swamp. Okay, cool. Surveil. Yard.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to Shelby a little bit because I'd like to be able to see their things. We might move up the screen a little bit just so I can see the bottom portion of the table.
This card's weird, and I don't like it.
Tyler playing kind of a reanimator deck.
She Assassin's Trophy? Jeez, that's deep.
Play off.
Yeah.
Attack right there.
Block. Trigger.
Good.
So Tyler living on a prayer here. As he's trying to get things done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Attack you all.
Got me.
Go.
19 to 17.
Draw.
Will be thinking about what he wants to do here. Oh, there we can see his graveyard. So an Agent of Treachery. He's going to get Field of Ruined at his end step by Caleb.
But I guess like the one player is playing like a million basics.
Nah, there's actually two color decks in a row.
No.
Feels bad.
Yeah, no, I was playing like the older version of this deck for a while ago.
But this is the main card that we should see from Tyler is Blood and Bones. Has an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature, return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, then return another creature card
Weird variation of this.
from your graveyard to your hand.
Sucks.
So,
Uh,
makes me wonder what's in Tyler's hand, if he has that or not.
Is it exactly casualty ward to 6-mana global land?
Talking about Casualty of War.
one second. Okay.
But Hostage Taker?
Hostage Taker.
Resolves.
That one.
One card in your hand?
Yeah.
With the trigger, he's going to probably Assassin's Trophy.
Didn't never gets exiled. If I let it
Oh,
exile,
I thought it. Well, I thought it flames it, right?
No. If I let it
Oh,
exile,
yeah,
you get to
yeah,
cast it.
yeah.
It's not like the.
Not like Banshee Light.
Yep, Caleb educating level 1 judge Tyler Willoughby. There's big news as far as the judge program.
Game plan right now.
Judge Academy starts October 1st. Judge Academy is a new third-party consultant program for the judge community and will handle certification of judges for Wizards of the Coast. And they're looking at expanding into other game systems.
Mega Forest. Good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I can take it.
Not until the save is.
Yep.
Might be. Would you like to?
Sparkable? Okay, copy of Rasco.
You control.
You control.
Card sucks. Why is this part of the deck? So how much?
Sure.
Sure.
Now we play the information game. He drew not a spark double.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yep.
Yeah, what was the card? Well, as we look quick down at the graveyard there. Ravenous Chupacabra.
Beats for 2.
Tyler definitely getting hurt here.
Sure, we'll use matching deck.
Yeah.
Took up.
Probably won't do anything here. Oh,
Feed the tree.
Yep. Gain life.
Good. Do we write that down the first one?
I have no idea. Probably not.
No, maybe we did.
Why would you?
he ticked down, I thought, which is weird. I think we take Nissa,
How
who
much
shakes
is
the
Ugin?
world.
6.
Ugin.
I have the mana to cast it. Unless you hostage taker a guy.
That's what I'm choosing again.
Oh, you're choosing Ugin. I thought you said how much is Ugin.
Oh, no. Thunder Racer. I don't want that card. No, I don't. Kefnet.
Sure.
Go.
Kefnet God Eternal's really good here.
That's pretty good. Thoughtseize Bug. Kill that.
They're from the top right.
Yep. Took up her.
Top decked an Ugin.
Sack nothing, so yeah.
And Willoughby's scooping it up as he feels he can't, as Vrask is about to ult.
You go like Citrus Supplier, Blood for Bones, the agent,
Mhm.
take Ugin. 'Cause, like, that feels awful, so I'm gonna just give you 100 other options first. That way I can still answer whatever you do.
So Willoughby has to think about what he wants to sideboard.
I was just like, man, how do I not die here?
That's fair.
Man, a card that sparkles really bad magic card.
It's pretty bad.
I kind of wish Spark Double was more like Clever Impersonator. Now that card, a great card from Cons. A Commander All-Star. Demir Thief versus Golgari Aggro. And it might be Golgari Walkers, as we've seen some Veraskas. Both players sideboarding. And of course, Caleb is up a game in this round 2. There we go, updated that stat. Real quick trivia to those that are watching, if you can name the map in the background, bonus points for you.
You were just sideboarding and like, man,
You
I'm
know?
doing this wrong.
No. We got 5 cards.
Oh, if I never started the time, yeah, I have one job.
Uh-oh. He had one job to do, and that was to
I don't
start the
think we're
clock.
good. We're fine. I don't think we're going to go time.
Willoughby had one job to do.
It's probably fair, honestly.
Nah, I play pretty fast. As long as you don't slow me down.
It's fair.
Again, if you're watching, who do you think's going to win?
I'm gonna go
Of
first.
course, Caleb's up a game, so it's easy to pick Caleb.
Depending on his last cut, it's real awkward.
Be nice to see Tyler do something this time.
I guess that never hits secondary though. And the agent not saying take it till it leaves is the part that threw me off. I was like,
Yeah,
that's
cards.
awkward.
I mean, for 7 mana, I better get to keep it.
That's fair.
But Tyler's trying to cast it on turn 3.
Yeah.
I played a game with the deck,
I
and
mean, you gotta have a reason to play the deck, right?
can he keep a hand of 7? He is on the play. Oh, he's going down.
Yeah, 2-lander, but no black source, and read the card name black.
Perfect.
Yeah, don't want to help the landy deck out at all. I think I'm gonna put together this Sultai Ram deck though. I actually really like that deck. Also because it plays 4 Tamios. The Tamios big.
Makes sense. Just wanted to play Assassin's Trophy.
Go. Oh, that's cheating.
Cool. I thought it was life game cheat, not. Sure.
Go.
This is how we're doing this.
Destroy target
Sure,
green
not one
creature.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Oh, would have been nice had he had an agent.
You know what happens when you mulligan?
Temple of Malady? Malady. One of the new Scrylands from Core 2020. Well, not new. It is a reprint from the Theros block.
Go. Yeah, you got it.
Thief of Sanity.
Mistakes were made.
Did you have Nebraska?
Mistakes were definitely made. This got awkward.
Oh, that's sweet.
I'll make this temple
Yeah.
touchy.
20.
Tyler's still missing. Finally gets a land drop.
You have to hit. Would you like to
Oh, make sure I can't play land off of it. Doesn't matter. You.
these 3 cards?
Yeah.
Go ahead and show me a trophy, please.
I am gonna go ahead and eat her though.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So Thief of Sanity getting in there for some damage. That's pretty good.
This is all good.
Tyler playing the Thief of Sanity. Whenever Thief of Sanity deals combat damage, look at the top 3 cards of player's library, exile one of them, face down, then put the rest on into their graveyard. For as long as that card remains exiled, you may look at it, you may cast it, you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color or any type to cast that spell. As we see a Field of Rune from Caleb. I'm pretty sure Tyler has plenty of basics. He just gets a swamp. Assassin's Trophy.
And go ahead.
Wait, they're putting play tapped or untapped.
Trophy is untapped.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I've played the third one of this. And zap your guy. Just get you.
So I've been thinking of ways to improve this deck. Yeah, maybe Tyler. He can kill a land. That's what I would do. I would kill that land.
I'm gonna boop it.
Boop the land.
Go ahead.
I was joking. Stop doing that.
Nah. Now who's the landy deck? Yeah.
Will Emperor.
Sure.
Untitled Chapter.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No cards in hand?
One card.
One card in hand. Awesome.
Goes bad. Sure. One card. 2 cards. 2 cards. 2 cards. 2 cards.
Cards.
My card.
Yeah. I need 2 life.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Tyler with another Verasca's Contempt.
Come back. Ooh. Take yourself.
4.
2 gains you.
Yeah.
Leyline Prowler, is that what the name of that card is?
Upkeep draw. Any effects?
Death Touch Lifelink, add 1 mana of any color. Wow. That's very interesting. Another Field of Rune, taking care of the Blast Zone.
Stop playing baseless.
No.
You have an essence. 13.
Go.
So this might be where we see the casualties of war. Yep. Disdainful Stroke. What?
No way!
Disdainful Stroke. Countering it.
Yep.
Another Blast Zone.
Yeah.
Tyler keeping his
Cases,
cards.
one defeat. Elf.
Yeah.
Shoot a line. Specifically an items. Sure. Shoot on the stack.
Tyler thinking hard.
Start thinking how many counts on here.
We had stuff all over the curve.
2, 3.
Resolves target.
Island.
2 counters. Yep.
Midnight. Go ahead.
As we see Ravenous Chupacabra take down his land. Tyler definitely deep in thought here.
Battle step. 60.
He's going to double block a land.
Lesson.
Field of Rune now from Willoughby. This is all a bit of this matchup's been all about the lands. Hey Colin, how are you doing? Happy birthday. What you been up to? You down in Texas or are you at the academy? You said you were doing some school program.
Play the field of run game.
This has been a very intense matchup.
Take Nissa. Go ahead.
Sounds like game show host there where he says attack Nissa for 2. So what do you think of the new overlay, Colin?
Go play. Untap. Cavalier.
If you target, you have to make it do.
I don't know. I am. I'm debating. This trigger's on the stack.
So Cavalier of Night or Cavalier of
Or repair the druid. Good.
Druid is different.
Cavalier of Night. As we take a look at it there, lifelink.
I was showing camera.
Yep.
I kind of just like flipped it over down here.
Last
E.
5/4 lifelinker.
I think so too. I mean, I'm definitely being aggressive here.
So Chupacabra can block. Looks like Willoughby's going to even it up. He's going to cast down the swamp. Life total swing. Caleb's on top deck mode. Crucible. That card's still in standard. All right. Looks like we're going to be going to a game 3. Willoughby evens it up at a game apiece. Yep, we heard you cursing there, Tyler. Watch your language. 1 game apiece.
It is I who needs to steal your girl.
Demir Thief.
Yeah, that was awful.
Where we're going, we don't need lands.
It's true. It's true. We both had a billion mana in play, and then we were down to like.
I had, what, 1 land left? 2 land left?
Man, that was a lot of
We had two.
lands being
4?
destroyed,
Yeah.
lands being played,
The line
blast
was
zones, field of runes,
I don't
creatures
know.
being killed that were lands. All these type of scenarios that happened, and yeah, now we're into a game 3. Some sideboard changes here. That was an awesome
Was that Noxious Grass?
disdainful stroke
Something to hit?
that
Yeah.
Tyler
Is
played.
that what you did? That'd be sweet. I can get behind that plan. Whoever's their electrals. I hope I can keep 7 cards. Follow one. Not for much. I had Mulligan all weekend with Tron. I just want to keep 7 cards.
Tron Mulligan's good though. That deck.
18 rounds. I kept 10 opening hands. All day, all weekend. It was so bad. I was just so tired of Mulligan.
Caleb's going to be on the play for game 2 or game 3. Wallaby just automatically throws it down. Looks like Caleb's going to keep. What I would really love to see is a Stitcher Supplier and a Blood for Bones in his hand and the ability to cast the Blood for Bones.
Me too. It's never reason to do it. At this point, I'd settle for keeping 6s. Because I need 4 lands.
Played against a Gross Nissa deck the other day with the green
I was like, hey,
Ley line
did fire.
that allows creatures to tap for an additional green. Guy drops 2 ley lines.
Yeah, that's why I sideboarded it incorrectly.
Off the bat,
It's hard to do.
Turn 1 Liliana, ley line, elf, and turn 2 Nissa. It was gross. I bet. Oh, yes.
Yeah, this
Green ley line is starting to see a lot of different play now. And with Llanowar Elf being in standard, turn 0 ley line, turn 1 Llanowar Elf, that's a lot of mana for turn 2. And then, of course, the creatures that tap for mana, because Nissa makes them creatures, they tap for more mana.
No, I like the one a lot.
So mono green,
I like this Mulligan a lot as well. But like, when your opponent, sure. Okay. When your opponent only draws 5 cards, like it just feels good. Yeah.
That's too bad. You want to play Magic. Yeah.
18 with the duress.
And we're another supplier. Yeah.
So Thought Eraser got put to the graveyard.
Oh, so he gets the motor bug. Nope. Triple letter off. Ruin me. Wreck me.
What piece of shit.
Yeah, I bet that was a quick scoop, Jesse. Or Josh. To Jesse, anyway. Definitely wants to get in there. Oh, Tyler's going to get blown out of this game. That mole to 5 hurt.
Yeah.
Leyline Prowler coming down. Block in a heartbeat. All right. I want to see some sparks here. Come on. Bone for the dead. One time.
Waiting. Wait, when we talking about stuff? Okay.
He's looking at Tyler's graveyard.
You showed me your Journal of the Land cards name.
You know one card.
Cavalier.
Yes.
Cavalier's 5 mana. They're all
Yes.
5 mana. That many Titans. Yeah, go ahead.
Awesome.
Blast Zone coming in.
Just a fire.
Yep.
Oof. He's whiffing on those things. But I've already thought of some ways to fix the deck. Chemist's Insight and
Yeah. Bomb your own citrus.
Radical Idea.
Combo.
Be able to pitch the cards you want to
Loose
reanimate.
combo.
Jesus.
You better have really want to land. Get 2. You'll gain 2. I'll go 3.
Yep.
18 all.
Cool.
Do I counter on Boston?
Sure.
Go my turn.
Yep.
Draw. Main phase 1. Cavalier Knight.
So we're going to see Stitcher Supplier get sacked here.
I hate this card.
This is Resolve.
Cavalier of Knight's really good here.
It's so annoying. You have no Lich. No cards in hand.
As we see it.
So if you re-choose to reanimate that, you would just be throwing away whatever's in
And of course, when it enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, destroy target creature an opponent controls.
on a stack. I'll try to get
Sure.
So another trigger is going to go on the stack. He's going to be able to return a 3-drop. Yeah?
Going to. So this rookie's gonna resolve first.
He's going to get an island.
I'm going to get
Does he have a Thief of Sanity in the graveyard?
Tombbound Lich.
Tombstone Lich is going to come into play.
Heal myself for 1. Stack Stitcher Supplier to mill 3. And blow your guy out.
Yeah.
Oh. Very interesting. Tombbound Lich now in play.
Cool.
All right. So here's a really neat thing is that Blast Zone is on 2.
Yeah, got it.
Go to battle step.
Pop the Blast Zone. Does he pop the Blast Zone? I think I'd pop the Blast Zone in response to the Adapt. Ah.
The 4 blockers. Blast Zone. Damage. Alright, I'm gonna gain 1, you lose 1. Trigger on my draw card.
I didn't. It looks like he discarded a land. So the problem that he has is I think he should have responded to the Adapt and not let Caleb get another one, because now he has the same issue.
Go.
That was very odd.
Let me see graveyard. Sure.
This graveyard is huge.
2 good animation targets and
Looks like a disfigure in his
Go
hand.
to combat.
one copy of sure. Like the average, right?
Sure. I'm gonna gain life.
I'll get to it.
You're right at 16, right? Or were you at 17?
This is 17.
Okay.
I took it down back.
Alright,
Sorry.
I'm gonna disfigure your guy.
Sure.
So now they're both in top deck mode.
It's a real awkward game of
This is a sweet game.
Okay.
Draw step and effects. Go. Okay. Pick a card in the card.
Just gonna go get an island most likely, or another swamp.
Okay.
Another Field of Ruin.
Good sweet one. Advantage.
Sure.
True.
Start counting lands. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Go.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Probably have 7 more in your deck. I'll field you.
Sure, this one.
Yeah.
It's
And he probably needs to get another swamp. Got an island.
What is your all basics name?
really good right now. I wish I could. I don't know if you did or not.
Good deck. That's a fun time.
Getting close.
Good.
Draw. Spider issue. Sure.
Swamp.
Everyone not more basics in your deck.
Not out yet.
Yeah, I'm guessing 6 more.
I'm gonna surveil one. That's fine. Go ahead.
I don't like that.
Very interesting. This is quite a.
It's pretty good.
Now if that's a blood for bones,
Yep.
Sack this, go to 20.
Yep.
makes me wonder if he sided out the agents.
Good.
There's a Kefnet in the graveyard. His deck's getting very thin.
Draw. Catacomb.
Yeah, field type.
Take the sandy.
Sure.
For bones. Got Charl Kefnet. Get back. Yeah, Cavalier put in my hand.
Sure.
I'm gonna start shuffling my graveyard. Go.
Yeah, so Tyler realizes kind of he did as he was trying to get there. Ravenous Chupacabra is good. Yes, it is good.
Yeah. I'm call judge. I want to see how much time is left. You can keep playing.
Well, there's approximately 12 minutes. He's doing the peace sign.
How much time is left on
12
the clock?
minutes.
Cool, thank you.
Go. Take your one. Sorry.
Yeah, you got me.
Go ahead. Are you know my both games on Nebraska? Yeah.
Go ahead.
Elf.
Yep.
So good.
Yep. Yep.
Hmm. kill a Llanowar Elf. Might as well. Why not kill a Llanowar Elf?
Clear. Little Elf. I think I'm probably dead. Like almost. Oh my god. Agent, take Vraska.
There it is!
Ultimate Vraska.
What?
Uh,
Oh no!
I'm gonna combat. What are you?
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Agent off the top! No!
What is that?
Oh my gosh! And Caleb just scoops!
The top 3 cards are lands. This guy goes.
Oh
Agent
my
of
god,
Treachery.
that was amazing what we just saw there. Tyler, out of nowhere, Agent of Treachery takes the win. What? Folks, we're going to take a break. We'll be back for round 3 action. You're watching Frontline Games.
Thanks, Rush.
Congratulations to Tyler as he just stole the game there. He thiefed it with Demir Thief. We'll be right back. You're watching Frontline Games. Hey folks, Randy here at Frontline Games. How you doing? What an incredible round number 2 that was. Now we're in round 3. This time we have Lucas Cotton. He's playing Hydras, Simic Hydras. And we have James Doyle. He's playing Boris Feather. We're going to knock on the wall and let them know it is time for them to get started as we start their clock. What an exciting finish to that last round. A lot of people out here watching it as well. All right. Not sure who's going first, but we'll figure that out as we go along. That last match got me hype.
Okay. Alright. Then we'll try. Try. Go ahead.
And this is kind of unique here.
That's great.
So Llanowar Elf, what are we going to do when Llanowar Elf rotates out? Are they going to add Llanowar Elf in again?
Arcanist. Go ahead.
So Dreadhorde Arcanist. Could see a Druid. Paradise Druid coming down for Lucas. James looking through his hand.
Reckless Rage.
Reckless Rage killing the Llanowar Elf.
Defiant Strike. Good. Enter combat. Recast Defiant Strike. Good. So 3. Yeah.
So we're seeing Boris Feather there.
Go ahead. Yeah.
All right. Card I got to look up, Kiora.
I think I'll just pass turn. Land turn. Feather? Yeah.
So Feather being unique here.
Can't target Paradise Druid.
Yeah, but you can attack in.
I'll swing at your Cora, and I'll fail to play Reckless Rage.
Well, it's unmade, so you don't have to target.
Okay, go ahead.
As he attacks in, Kiora Behemoth Beckoner. Whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card, and it has -1 untapped target permanent. So Luke is trying to be very careful here. He has access to 3, 4, 5 mana. Could cast a Hydra for 3 and double the counters. Or have it fight.
Precious Hydro for 2.
What does it do?
When it enters, I can double the number of counters to make it fight a creature.
Looks like he's going to have it come in as a 4/4 so he can draw a card.
Is it good?
No, I just didn't
Oh,
understand
sorry,
what it was doing.
It's going to enter with 2, and then I'm going to double the counters. Oh, minus. Okay, that's true. Go ahead.
Before you go into end step on your second main phase, I'm going to play God's Willing.
Okay.
So James using that to fix his draw as he gets to scry.
Keep that there. Okay. Play 10 District Legionnaire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Seems like the right. Enter combat.
Mm-hmm.
Recast Reckless Rage. Target 10 District Legionnaire.
Okay, so you're targeting
I'm
who
targeting,
here?
yeah. So I'll scry. Keep.
I'm gonna block.
God's Willing.
Wait a minute. Hold up. I think there was a mistake here.
Oh, I'm gonna block. I need that plus one.
What did the Reckless Rage target?
Here.
Target
And-
here and there.
So it deals 4 damage.
Just got 1 touch.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
You're welcome.
And
So, oh, and then got it.
I'll draw.
That Hydra's better than I thought. I did not know it was a 0/1. I could have looked it up.
It's alright.
I was a little confused as to why it didn't die.
Four, 5,
Okay.
and
6.
6. 4. You said 4 and I used 1, so that should.
Lord.
6.
Yeah, things just
Prison
messed
four.
up. Whatever.
Okay, you draw 2.
I probably have it upside down.
Okay. Just ask.
I have a trigger here, yeah. So I'm gonna gain 2, draw 2.
I'll target 10 District Legionnaire.
Alright.
Scry the same card at the top.
And then I'll draw as a creature.
Getting 3 creatures. That's pretty good with the Hydra.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Lucas is behind the curve here.
I'll play Defiant Strike.
James loudly flicking his cards.
Play Thrash. I'll target Cora and target my.
So Cora's getting killed by that. And then he's going to get thrashed back because he has
Then I'll
Feather on board.
swing 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 to you. Go ahead.
That's going to take Lucas down to 9. Draws a Hydrocrassus. Lucas not quite sure what he wants to do here. Decides to shock.
Argos.
What does it do?
It's vigilant defense, Hydra spells I cast cost 4 less to cast. And whenever a creature I control becomes target of the spell, he fights target creature up to one target creature I don't control.
Okay.
Good.
So I think I just win here. Play this. Target. Scry.
God's willing, naming
That's
green.
draw card.
Let's
Oh,
scry and draw.
my bad, sorry.
Scry
I
draw.
forgot that.
Alright.
Then God's willing, pro green.
I'll choose protection from green.
Yeah.
Swing out.
Yep, and that's game one. As James takes it 1-0. So now they're going to be going to their sideboards. James up a game. Currently, looks like we have Logan Suter. He's playing Tyler Willoughby at table 1. Tony Whittick, he's playing Ian Shirtliff at table 2. Table 3 is currently in the feature match. We have William Dunlap, who we saw round 1. He's playing Darren Grimes at table 4. John, birthday boy Stelzner, he's at table 5. He's playing Nathan Cartwright. So we're going to see how that goes. So Boros Feather, a lot of them are out there. This is twice that it's been on camera. We know that William's playing Boros Feather. It's William Dunlap. We saw in round 1. Simic Hydras, Lucas wanted me to call it Hell Hydra. I'm just reminded of the scene from uh, the scene where Captain Rogers goes back in time in Endgame, Avengers Endgame, and in order to get one of the objects, he has to say Hell Hydra. Lucas is going to be on the play for this game too.
Sure.
Looks like he's going to mulligan. Active busy night tonight.
Yeah, I actually messed up, and I should have played the Gargoyles before I played the Crisis. There.
I was like, Gargoyles would have been great, but then like I was just
But when I played it against him, I think I would have been much better.
like I was depending like mono green is well, it's not mono green because we need blue. Jesus.
It's mostly green.
Mostly green with Hydras.
Commander 2019 previews are happening.
I also got stuck on that area. I just had a handful of huge stuff and couldn't play it.
Kadena Silking Sorcerer, one of the cards that they've been showing.
I don't think I can do that.
I won't even that one.
It's rough.
Looks
My
like
first
Lucas is
matchup I
going
ran
down to
into, it
5.
was. What I played. Is it Phoenix?
Yeah.
How odd is that to run into?
That's my deck.
I was like, this is a whole new level. I thought I'd never see this thing again. And he could just never draw his cheap spells.
Yeah, it was like, I was like, what are you doing, Paul? He's like, nothing. It's like, you should come play Magic. He's like, I don't have a deck. He's like, we can put one together.
Oh, gave him drinks.
Kevin's like, Lucas, you still got, is it Phoenix, right? I was like, yeah. And then, like, as I was putting it together, I was like, taking sleeves off another deck, and it was like half of the Vesper Hero deck. And I'm like, nah.
You're like, should we let him?
I'm like,
No.
I'm not looking through the cards for that.
Like I was like, when the moment I see God Electromancer over Augur Bolas, I'm like, Phoenix.
I'll just keep getting worse.
It's gonna keep going worse.
One.
Looks like he's going to be keeping his 5. Puts 2 cards down to the bottom.
You ready?
Yeah. Skylands are good.
I'll do that. That's right. I'm playing one deck and the other one. Scrap. Good.
James drawing with some force there. Danto Vanguard. That card's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Good.
10th District Legion. No, another Adanto Vanguard.
I'll pay for it. Right, that's right. 3. Go ahead.
He's going to pay for, make his Adanto Vanguard indestructible, and then destroy it. Here we should see Risen Reef.
Go ahead.
When it enters the battlefield, look at the top card. If it's a land card, you may put it on the battlefield. Otherwise, you can put it in your hand.
14.
Play intervention. Kill resume. Swing 6.
Go 9.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it looks like Lucas is going to be taking an L here real quick. We might be able to find another match, as this is our first fast finish of the evening. James settling in.
Oh, shit. For 1?
Yeah. Double it.
It's a 1, 2. Fight.
This one?
Yeah.
Sure.
Go ahead.
So he fights to get one
Yeah.
creature on the bottom.
9. See if I can work my magic here. 7th sprint. Scry.
Semic Sprint.
I already paid one. What did I pay for here? Wait. I played Salmon Sprint, right?
You played this,
Okay.
and then you played Salmon Spring.
Okay. Thank you. Then I'll cast Define Strike.
Okay.
I'll draw this.
He's trying to get in some.
Oh, wait. Okay. When I played that, that's 2. So this, I'm tapping this one
This
now.
was your line. Okay,
Yeah.
So this is
1. And then these 2.
yeah.
Then I'm tapping this.
Alright.
Playing God's Willing. Protection from green. Scry. So it's gonna be 5, 6 to you. Yeah. Here you go.
So Lucas at 3. God's willing is definitely an MVP for James here. Lots of confusion from him.
Another one.
We'll make this one fight. Just 2 on it.
I'll pay for
Alright. Go ahead.
it. I'll end stuff. I'll play Reckless Rage. Kill it.
Pays for life to play
Pay 3.
Reckless Rage.
Play Legion of War Boss.
Okay.
Swing 4 to you.
Block there.
Pay 4.
Take 1.
Go ahead.
He's dead.
Lucas trying to find answers, but now that there's a lot of creatures on the board. Llanowar Elf. He's got to put a couple more creatures on the board.
Go ahead.
Uh-oh. Does he have a fog?
Kill it off.
Right here. Yeah.
Enter combat.
Before combat, put that on top of your deck or bottom of your deck.
Bottom of my deck.
Top or bottom. You have choice.
Okay. Yeah? Alright, do again.
Okay. So, as we
This is a
see
bad matchup.
see there, James takes the match 2-0 with the quickness.
I was thinking about.
We're going to take a short break. I'm going to go see if I can find another match to put on camera as I look around to see if there's any excitement. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with Frontline Games Friday Night Magic. Hey, folks, welcome back for round 4 action. This time in the feature match, we have John Seltzner playing Kevin Crusoe. And I think I may have did their names wrong, but I can fix that real quick. So this is going to be an exciting match. I'm going to knock on the door and let them know that it is time for them to get started. So, as I went from round 3 to round 4, I was busy looking for different matches to find to get to play.
I might have to say no to that.
I'm good.
Guildgate go, Island go. Kevin going down to 18. Play a growth spiral. Lets him put a land in.
Okay, no, I can mention that. Actually, it's
Go ahead.
first round. You got it.
Now I can put a scry land into play.
Scry.
Kevin thinking about his lines of play.
Turn game 1. Go ahead.
So happy birthday to John. It is currently his 16th birthday. He looks 12 still to me. But it's neat. I've seen him grow here at the shop. So want to wish him a happy birthday. Boral Grazer.
Yeah. Play away and go zombie.
Play a land, get a zombie. So Field of the Dead is now in play.
That's reach. That's toxic. Go ahead.
We're going to kind of take a look at that land there.
Yeah.
as he's starting to pile up the zombies.
Scatter.
Elvis Rejuvenator is going to get countered. Kevin being able to play around the counters.
Good.
Looks like John's going to start being able to draw cards here soon.
Scatter.
Another scatter from John.
Good. Target 2. Eight. Okay, roll the ashes.
Grow from the ashes. John should. Frilled Mystic
Temple.
countering it.
Bottom. Good.
Looks like John's definitely looking for an answer. What's really neat is that every time Kevin plays a land, he's going to get a zombie.
This is as good as it's gonna get. Melody, take this.
He's going to take.
I made a misplay. Yikes. Should have taken that one, not this one. Yikes.
Uh-oh. John talking about his play.
That's the, but this is obviously the better choice. Critical tapped. Good.
Okay, I'm white.
Thank you.
So Kevin just trying to buy time
Go ahead.
here. Well, not buy time. He's trying to get things on the board because he knows that the Simic Flash deck can get very dangerous.
Full hands up. Single pick for 5.
He's just got to run him out of counters.
Good.
The thing is, like, every counter that John uses makes it so if Kevin
Draw card.
can get
Draw card.
one card, and of course, John is protecting his draw source.
Good. Draw card. Draw a card. Trickster. Block. Okay, 4. Sorry, you got it. Okay. Good.
So here we see Wolfpack Ambusher,
That's all.
I get 2 combos.
and now John's going to be ahead.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
So Wolfpack Ambusher, Flash, other wolves you control. John might be able to start stabilizing it.
good.
Kevin, just every land gets him more zombies.
Russian cut. My hand's better. Good.
Scribe its combos. Get on top. Good.
Draw. Okay. Trickster. This time. I have 2 more hands.
Yeah, the Spectral Sailor's been definitely putting John ahead. This card has just been drawing John cards, keeping his hand filled. It's a Spirit Pirate, Spectral Sailor, Flash, Flying, has a lot of abilities.
13 versus. Okay, 6. Oh, resolve. Draw one second.
Hydrocrassus, big Hydrocrassus here.
Scatter, scatter on stack, negate scatter. Scatter. Go ahead, triggers here. Sure. Draw 6. Feel like I get 3 zombies. Yeah. How much mana is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
John just playing a whole bunch of spells to.
How many of these just under 3? 3. Alright, so these are the ones without zombies. Cool. 6. Combo. Sure. Draw.
You can play an unsummon.
Flash and Cutthroat blocks 1, Amateur blocks 1, Book block 1, Tracer blocks 1, Cutthroat blocks 1. I'll take 2.
So John's going to go down to 2
5
here.
are dead, and then
Just those 2 dead. Good.
And he kept the Spectral Sailor alive.
what do you have, like 2 scape shifts, I think? Probably. And then maybe another crisis. Cards in? 5. 5. So. It's a land, you get 3. Then those have 7. So I'm just making a wall. That doesn't die.
Hey, welcome to the stream, Tyler B. Sister.
Fresh from vacation.
How was Florida?
It was nice. It was nice.
So Bantscape Shift versus Simic Flash here. Spectral Sailor definitely keeping John in this game.
And what? My hand? Yeah. 4.
Let him just draw tons of cards.
Yeah. But Kevin was able to resolve the trigger of a Hydrocrassus for a lot. And every time he plays a land, he gets 3 zombies.
You know.
As long as it's a different named one, right?
Say again?
A different named land, he gets 3 zombies, right?
No, anytime a land comes into play, because he controls 7 lands with different names, he gets 3 zombies.
That's ridiculous.
So now he has 6 zombies. So yeah, John's making a lot of creatures with the Wolf. Wolfpack Ambusher. Yeah.
Flashing cutthroat. Then let's do it.
So John just trying to build up his creatures big enough.
Sabotage.
Sinister Sabotage for
Trigger.
the Scape Shift that Kevin tried to resolve. Yeah, just the Spectral Sailor has been keeping John's hand full.
Yeah. 4 mana draw card, correct?
Yep. And it was literally his turn 1 play. And of course he knows that he has to stop the Teferi.
How many zombies up?
Now he has 10 zombies,
10?
Yeah.
but I think Kevin also has no cards in hand now as well.
Yeah, Kevin, he's hell-bent once again. But John's only at 2. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blockers.
That might be it, folks.
Now, granted, anytime that Kevin attacks, he's going to lose zombies, but
I got 3 more zombies. But
There's
yeah.
3 more.
I get you.
I mean,
3 more zombies. That's pretty good. I'll play a land, get 6 power.
I can't find a night back amateur for anything. Flashing 3 sailors.
What?
man.
John getting cute. He's looking at his deck. He hasn't got a second night pack ambusher, which would probably put him ahead.
Oh yeah.
If he got a third night pack, he'd be able to keep up with the zombie creation.
Yeah. Now, the things that are humongous, I'm guessing those don't have flying.
Yeah.
But like I'm gonna deck myself. Oh my god, 1, 2. I'm so paranoid.
John definitely thinking about what he can do here. Makes another wolf token. So Field of Ruin at the end step, it's going to make it so Kevin has a land come into play. He's going to make 3 zombies at his end step. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 blockers for John, plus whatever creatures he has with flash, to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 zombies.
Not looking good. But the thing is, Kevin doesn't want to swing too soon and lose all his zombies. If that's the case, he's probably just dead in the water.
Right now, as the board state is sitting, Kevin does have lethal on the board, but John can draw several cards. He has plenty of mana. Does Kevin go for it?
Don't know what he drew either. Well, he's got one of those mystic.
He's got a Frilled Mystic and a Syncopate.
Oh, you know I'm bad at this when it comes to card names.
That's all right.
I got the mystic part.
So
Right?
that's a Grow from Ashes in Kevin's hand.
Now what does that do?
John had one job to do, and that was to start the clock. And he's talking about he forgot to start the clock.
Combat.
So Kevin's going to, before combat.
The card that's valuable.
So yes, Trickster is relevant. He drew a Syncopate, and it looks like a land.
Yeah, 18. 18 blockers. 14 blockers.
18 attackers, 14 blockers.
Oh, yes, yeah. Draw again. Buff Trickster.
No Trickster. Unsummon a zombie. So that's 17 zombies. And Kevin gets there. Just playing lands.
Yeah, I mean the deck's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Any chance that game?
So Kevin wins game 1.
Because everything like you basically have to hope I draw spells that you have actually have a chance to counter. I keep drawing lands, so there's no way to keep up all of it.
Can we ask for?
So the Arbor.
It's not the timer.
I know, John.
It's my fault. You can yell at me later.
I'm yelling at you now. John's saying how he didn't start the clock.
I can't hear them.
Nah, it's.
I can hear you, but I can't hear them.
Oh, I know.
I was basically just looking for hydro versus.
Yeah, I don't think I need to.
So John's gonna be on the play. He drew a lot of cards thanks to that Spectral Sailor. It was amazing how many cards he drew. And just the fact that the Arbor Grazer putting an extra land in, helping Kevin ramp and get out the Field of the Dead.
Oh my
Oh yeah.
Disrespectful.
I'm trying to get you to turn to your favorite.
So Kevin making sure John's having a very happy birthday by
That you're trying to put him on
making sure he gives him a loss.
Bro, Sailor doesn't
Oh man,
even feel
that's
that
his
great in this
birthday. I would
match.
let him win. To be honest here.
I mean, like, it drew
I would let him on their birthday.
But like, nah, because it just gets blocked by Gracer.
What'd you say?
I would let him win on their birthday.
I should have taken
Well, John's
Gracer.
currently undefeated right now, and Kevin has a loss.
that.
And
So in order
I
for
saw
John
one
to
hit
get
that entire
to
game.
the
I was
finals, he
so
has to win this one.
upset about
I mean, you probably drew one of those
Ooh.
draws.
And now he's
No,
down
I
a game.
I didn't draw an amateur off those draws. So I need a trickster. I
So
need like trickster.
That'll be interesting to see how it
Because then that gives
goes.
me 4 blockers, or that gives me the 4 that I need to survive. This is 6. This is 6, yeah.
So a lot of changes in the overlays.
Here,
Yeah, I'm liking the way it looks.
that time.
Yeah, it looks really good. I noticed it when you shared Monday Night Modern on YouTube.
Yep.
It looked really good. I like the way it came out.
Yeah. And what we're doing here now will help us to upload it faster on YouTube.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I got to with a vengeance. I'm gonna hit you with the Ceratops on 4.
So we're going to see how this
I
goes.
think you give that thing like vigilance. I'd like to crack you for 5, trample, and save it as a blocker.
Yeah, like, even if I couldn't go aggressive, like, how are you ever supposed to get in?
What?
Yeah, like these games, like, even if I can't get aggressive, like, if I'm getting ahead with zombies, like, how are you ever supposed to attack into zombies? Other than, like, flyers. Flyers just get blocked by the other dudes.
Like there's 0 field run in this deck that I can't. Like I can't do. I don't think I can do this matchup. I need super aggressive.
So they're talking about the matchup and
This deck, yeah.
talking about how Bounce Scape Shift definitely has the advantage because John has no Field of Rune in his deck.
Oh yeah.
All right, so John's going to be on the play for game 2.
And I'm not finding anything.
Ooh, John's going to mulligan. I really do like the London Mulligan rule, even though it might help some of the combo decks or even like Tron decks. There have definitely been more games because of it. No, yeah, the non-games that they want to eliminate with it are definitely becoming less and less.
Yeah, most definitely.
And you get to see more cards, so you get to make. You still have a lot of hard choices to make when you're mulliganing.
I mean, this is probably the only way we get there.
That looks keepable.
Very keepable. He has an op. Does he have a Spectral Sailor? Because that card got there.
No sailors. Looks like.
All right, so Temple, scry that to the bottom quickly. Kevin gaining 1 life.
19.
He's going to take 2. Oh, no. Growth Spiral without putting a land in.
That's not looking good.
It's like Kevin gave John a birthday present.
Looks like Kevin was able to top deck.
So we're seeing an Elvis Rejuvenator. John's looking for an Essence Scatter here. Doesn't get it. Syncopate for 1, which he did have in hand. He was just... There's an Enchanted Melody once again. I really do like the Simic Flash deck.
Yeah, it looks like it's very uniquely built and it works really well.
So Deputy of Detention. So that's a lot of information that's going to be given to Kevin. The fact that John didn't counter that creature spell. Enchanted Melody. Do you take the Deputy of Detention? Yeah, that's a big... I don't know if that's the right play here. Because now Kevin's going to land Teferi Time Raveler. Which is... He drew the Securitas Root. I think that's a little bit better.
Oh yeah.
He's going to get 2 gates, different names. Kevin's going to go down to 12. Now, does John have counter magic? I see an opt.
I don't think he does.
I think I see another enchanted melody in his hand.
Yeah.
Ooh, a Dovin's Veto from Kevin. So we should see Teferi here. I'd play Teferi and tick up.
Yeah.
Try to set up that scape shift where, yeah. The problem is that Dovin's Veto does nothing against Frilled Mystic. So we're going to see a negate. So Kevin can Dovin's Veto the negate. And Dovin's Veto. So now half of John's deck plan of being on Flash is cut off.
Well, he is on battle 1, so we'll see what happens here. I think I see escape shift in Kevin's hand.
Yeah, and if Kevin gets one more land on the battlefield, he can put a lot of zombies in. He's got an Elvis Rejuvenator. He has another Dovin's Veto. He has a Deputy of Detention. Deputy of Detention's going to take that guy. Elvis Rejuvenator. It gets him a land. What's funny is I knew that card was going to be good when I saw it in Core 19. The Elvis Rejuvenator.
Just need to find a home.
Yeah. There's Ceratops with haste. I would block with the Deputy of Detention. Oh, you can't. It's Pro Blue. So there goes Teferi.
I think he might have another one in hand, correct? I can't really see.
The Ceratops? Maybe. There's Field of the Dead. So he's going to get a zombie. And then he's going to scape shift. Oh, this is going to be a big scape shift.
Yeah, this is probably gonna blow.
Yeah, he's going to sack. He's going to sack 7 lands. He's going to get another Field of the Dead and 6 other lands. And then he's going to put in
12 zombies.
14.
14 zombies. Because the other dead, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, let's get like
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's the game. Kevin wins it 2-0. Wow.
Starting to really see the power of that scape shift.
Yeah,
Because-
Matt scape shift as we see both players scooping it up there and whatnot. Yeah, Kevin's showing the scape shift, which, I'm going to try to bring that up real quick. So this card winning the game for Kevin.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy, I'm gonna sack 7 lands, get 14 zombies.
Yeah. Yeah, and then when you pair it in with Field of the Rune. Not Field of Rune, but Field of the Dead. I'm sorry. Got to click on the right one.
Why not?
Well, he did say that he was going to get a Field of Rune and then be able to field him as well the next turn.
Yeah,
You know.
I mean, that's... Field of Rune fits in that deck just fine because you might be not only getting rid of the land that helps them out, but if you have, Field of the Dead out, you're also going to get zombies back too. So, I mean, it's a win-win.
Yeah, so Kevin wins that match. We're going to go see if we can find another match to get in here. Hey, Tyler, Tony and Darren, what game are they in? Okay, we're going to put them on camera. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. You're watching Friday Night Magic here at Frontline Games. All right, folks. So this time we have Tony Whittick. He's playing Darren Grimes. They're in Game 3. So we have Blue White Flyers versus Esper Walkers. Yeah, so I'm going to knock on the wall, let them know that it is time. As we take a look at it, looks like Darren's going to mulligan down to 5 now because they were
He's
mulliganing down to 6.
5, and I'm going to keep it.
And Tony's going to keep his 6-hander, or 6 cards.
So, Esper Walkers, I haven't seen the list play, but I mean, it sounds like
He-
control instinct.
So it was Esper Hero, but Darren took out the Hero Precinct and made it so it had more Planeswalkers.
A second.
Teferi. I think he might have a Liliana in there.
Okay. Let's see
All
how
right.
good
Hey,
this
good luck, man.
I
Good
know,
luck.
I know this flyer deck can get out of hand quick, so going down to 5
Go
is,
ahead.
is pretty
All
rough.
right.
Darren with the Thief of Sanity in hand.
Going to draw, and I'm going to take two.
Normally I would agree with
Shotgun
that, but in a
Hollow
deck
Fountain
full of
and say,
flyers,
go
I don't
ahead.
know how good Thief of Sandy's going to be.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I meant Hostage Taker.
Hostage Taker,
I'm
okay.
going to take 2 points damage for every time. Draw a card.
Tony's sitting there saying, "Why did he take 2 points of damage?"
Sure did give you
You
information.
gave me all the information I need.
Probably to,
But did I
Think that's
really?
your opponent.
well, a lot of times when you take 2, it's either to,
Resourceful Cleric.
like,
Remorseful Cleric.
Remorseful Cleric. With Spectral Sailor, one of the blue flyers as well, that has Flash. Remorseful Cleric coming in, being able to
Oh,
thing the. So Teferi's probably going to get ticked down and give Darren a card
that's on
draw.
my hand.
I'll draw a card. And go.
All right.
So what a way to fix a mulligan to 5 by just drawing cards.
Play
Oh, yeah,
land.
most definitely.
2, 3. Hanged Executioner.
Yep.
Now, Hanged Executioner bringing out a spirit. It's like the Lingering Souls of Standard.
Yeah. Lingering Souls and then some.
Take up to
2.
Fight Planet.
All right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, as we see it there, what's really neat is it can exile target creature.
Imperial Eagle.
Yeah.
Move to combat.
Yeah.
I'm going to attack Teferi with this spirit and you with this spirit.
So all of his flyers have +1. He's going to cast down that.
Yeah, Teferi takes 1.
You're right. My bad.
And that's okay, man. I was being impatient. It's your turn.
Yeah, I like it when Tony's on stream. He likes to commentate while playing. He's very good at it. Very helpful.
This is rough. Take up to 2.
Mm.
Ashiok.
Ashiok.
I'll take down the 4.
All right. Mill 4. And then,
4 and then exile.
okay. A land. Ah, Sephora.
Oh, he's milling it off camera. We can't see what he's milling or exiling.
And say go.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Okay.
Another Hanged Executioner from
We're gonna
Tony.
pay 3.
Okay.
For an Empyrean Eagle.
Imperium
We're
Eagle
going to
gets.
kill Teferi and hit you for 2. That was almost cool.
That was
But you
almost
did
cool.
catch it.
I did catch it.
All
Yeah,
right.
Teferi definitely got killed. Knocked right off the field.
Hey, it's your turn. So I can't search. Is that what? Yeah, can't search.
Correct. Oh, it's okay.
Killing the eagle, of
Killing the
course. Yep.
Go back up to 20.
All right.
Take down the 3.
Now we're gonna mill.
Mill and then exile.
1, 2, 3.
So we look at Othakaya there.
All right. 3 land and a hanged execution.
Oh, get in the lanes. Go ahead.
All right.
Yep. But it looks like Tony's just ignoring Ashiok. Can't ignore favorable winds.
Yep.
So now all his creatures get +2 or +1/+1.
And go ahead.
Darren's going to be down to 16 now. Yeah, that's very useful because Darren's really short on mana. He does have a Thought Eraser.
1, another land. 2, 3, 4.
There goes Spell Pierces.
Yep.
They're
They're all in my graveyard.
Go ahead.
Tony's saying that all his Spell Pierces in the graveyard, which we know that not to be true.
Move to combat.
Move to combat.
Hit you for 4.
Now both these players are currently undefeated. The winner here will be in the finals. And I'm looking at Logan's dad. Do you know if Logan won his match? Ooh, who did he play?
Kill it.
Smokers.
Hmm?
Still have my hand.
I know.
You knew you did. You knew I did.
Good.
Yeah. You just wanted to pull that land so you can wrath the board.
Yep.
You can Ashiok still? Nope. What are we doing?
Kill it.
Are we going to kill the Remorseful Cleric? Alright. Now we're going to Ashiok, so we get rid of the Remorseful Cleric. Alright, opt. Land. Winged Words, and an Imperial Eagle.
Go ahead.
We're going to untap. We're going to upkeep. We draw a card.
So I'm trying to figure out why he didn't sack
Play that land.
the Remorseful Keller to get rid of Darren's graveyard.
We're going to hit you for 4. 2, 3.
Yep.
Hanged Executioner.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, now Darren's.
Blade Spirit. And
Well, Darren has to find a way to wipe the whole board. Yeah, it looks like Tony's going to win this match. So that means Tony's going to be in the finals.
Nope, not yet.
I mean, it's
I'll
just.
play the land and play the. Oh, that would be really good, though. I hope you have it.
Do you have a counter?
No, I only have 1 land, but no, I don't. Uh-oh, uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Ooh, Kaya's Wrath. Spell Pierce here.
I do not have.
If you did, the game was over.
No, I don't have it. Nice.
Doesn't he have a Spell Pierce?
I had to take 2 there.
Hey, that's fine, man.
No, it's a negate. Oh.
Oh, they're not exiled.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
I'm dependent. I'm
Wow, Darren getting back into the game.
Spectral Sailor, a land. Supreme Phantom, and another land. So we'll get rid of that. Do you have Big Girl Kai in there? Because Big Girl Kai would kill me. Oh, nice. All right.
Yeah, he had lethal on board. He still has creatures that he can play.
Okay.
This is.
We're going to draw a card. We are going to
Yeah.
play Hanged Executioner
So Hanged Executioner once again.
and Seiko. Oh, nice.
Kaya's Wrath.
Okay.
Well, those rats definitely have to go
I'm
away.
on the land go train if you have. If you
All
haven't
right.
noticed.
We're going to
Play Remorseful Cleric.
Remorseful Cleric. And
The problem is that Darren does have a Hostage Taker in his hand.
let's get
Yeah.
greedy. Supreme Phantom.
Oof.
Go ahead.
But he said, let's get greedy.
Do you have a third Kaya's Wrath in your hand?
I know.
Okay. I do have this Kaya's.
Found on the lands now.
But here we
Alright,
see
and
Hostage
what are you
Taker.
targeting?
So that would be 2, 3, and if I do that, you're just gonna exile. But he's 3, 2 right now. So I.
What's the top card? Where?
Yep.
Is that all for you?
That is.
And those are exiled.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So Remorseful Cleric getting targeted and he exiles it.
Draw.
Yeah.
Play my land for the turn.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay 2
Yep.
for Winged Words.
Yeah.
That lets me draw 2 cards.
Winged Words is what the card is.
2.
Another Supreme Phantom.
And I am going to
He needs to not overextend. He's got that negate still.
I screwed up. Oh, well. First Supreme Phantom,
Yep.
and then hit you for 3. Go ahead.
Well.
Kaya's Wrath.
He did not draw Kaz. Yeah.
You can hit me for 2 and I'll take it.
Why? When you can block it and kill it.
Because you might have something.
So
you
Darren
might have
drawing a
something
land
I don't
there.
trust you.
Advantage bar, Tony,
Because I'll block
100%.
it, kill it, and then you'll play a Kaya's, an Oath of Kaya and kill my Supreme Phantom. And then live 1 more turn. That's what it's gonna do.
He's definitely got a lot of thought to do here. Those Supreme Phantoms, I believe.
Oh my goodness.
We're just having fun, man.
You are. I'm stressed right now.
You shouldn't be.
No, they're bigger than 3/3s. They're
It's just
3/6s.
No, because if I
Or 3/5s.
There you go. Ooh, what does that do?
Narset, I wish I would have put that out. That's Narset.
Because
Okay,
other
Narset
spirits you
doesn't
control. Oh,
let me
3/4s.
draw a
Correct.
card.
If I
So
would've had
favorable
Narset.
wins. So they each buff the other one.
Well,
Favorable
let's see if
wins
I can
makes
find
them
anything else.
2 4s, and then the other one makes them 3 5s. Did he get a kill spell? No.
There's the answer. Yep, it's not a cast because cast that would have done you good.
Yep.
Shock that in.
All right, shock it in. So you take 1. All right, so you take 2. You're at 1. And what you can do?
And I'll make you exile 4 more
There
copies.
you are. Okay. Let's see.
Darren going out without any shame.
Icon of Ancestry. And the Supreme Phantom.
And I'll let you swing. Go ahead.
All right, we're gonna untap.
No, come on. I got tap for it.
That's fine. And then we're gonna draw. Okay.
I didn't know I paused it.
We are going to
Oh, I hit this
cast
button.
Dungeon Geist, which is
The
a
clock's
back
been
out
going,
thing,
it's just-
so it can't block.
Boy.
And then I'm going to attack you with both of my Supreme Phantoms.
And that's the
It's always
game.
fun playing you again.
As Tony wins it, he's going to be going to the finals for round 5 with blue-white Flyers.
Yeah, I mean, it's a solid deck. It can get wide on you. And then, as you saw there, I mean, it just has the capability to make your 1/1s, 1/3, whatever's big.
Yeah, it's going to be really unique. So we'll have Tony in the finals. I'm not sure who he's playing against. I found out from Sam, Logan's dad, that Logan lost in round 4, so it's not going to be Logan.
So what's Logan playing?
Logan's playing Grixis Reanimator.
Okay, that sounds cool.
Yeah, bring out the big dragon with haste that deals 4 damage to one target, 3 damage to 2 other targets, and then hits you for 7.
Yeah, that seems kind of gross.
Yeah, it's super gross. I like it. But congratulations to Tony, and we'll be back for round 5 action, so stay tuned. You're watching Friday Night Magic here at Frontline Games, and as always, you're welcome to battle. Hey folks, welcome to round 5 here at Frontline Games. I'm Randy. This is Tyler, better known as Big Beefy. How you doing?
Doing good.
Hopefully we can hear you better. I don't know if we can. Josh says he can't hear you.
Well, I'm trying, okay? I promise.
I'm trying as well. Adam suggested these headsets. I do like the headsets. I just think I need a soundboard. Or it's a mixer.
One of the two.
Yeah. We'll see. But this time, as you can see, we have James Doyle. He played Boros Feather. We saw him earlier tonight. And we have Tony Whittick, who is playing Blue-White Flyers. We're going to knock on the wall, let them know that it is time for them to get started. We're going to get their clock started and listen in on them. So Tony's on the play.
I'm going to play a Hallowed Fountain tapped. Go ahead.
And we just watched Tony pretty much dominate Game 3 against
Darren.
Walkers.
Yep. Yeah, he was able to be consistent with his Flyers. This is a little bit different because the Boros Feather deck has
Supreme Phantom.
some good removal like shocks and things like that. Now, Supreme Phantom being a 1/3, shock can't get rid of. So he's going to have to play a creature. Looks like he's going to play a Danto Vanguard. Oh, no. Dreadhorde Arcanist.
The other guy.
Yeah, the other guy is what he chooses to play.
Hit you for 1. Hanged Executioner.
And there's the Hanged Executioner.
Now, Hanged Executioner is very good in this matchup because it can exile creatures. But right now it's currently a 2/2 because it's a spirit and other spirits get +1/+1.
District Legionary.
Okay.
So we're gonna probably see that burn spell, deal 4 damage. He's got to choose here whether it be the 10th district.
Play Reckless Rage. Target Hanged Executioner. Deal 4 to it. And
So
I'll
Hanged
target 10th District
Executioner.
Legionary.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, that 10th district Legionnaire is very powerful. The fact that it gets that heroic type ability.
Oh yeah.
It's heroic
And-
plus.
And I will recast Reckless Rage.
Okay.
And
This
I'll
time he's
kill
gonna
off
target.
the token.
Okay.
This one's,
All right.
That's
What did you
interesting.
target with the Reckland Ridge?
I target Dreadhorde Penis.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So,
So he's gonna take 4.
4.
You'd probably what?
All right, cool.
I probably would have went ahead and killed the buffer.
The Supreme Phantom.
Yeah, Supreme Phantom.
We're gonna shock you into a Holy Fountain.
Okay.
2 blue, 2 colorless. Dungeon Geists, that
Yeah.
stays tapped.
So Detention
And
Geist
then
is
we'll
pretty
hit
good here.
for 1. Go ahead.
Well, it's a 4/4.
It's a 4/4 because it's a spirit as well. Back to the Avacyn days. Avacyn restored.
Danto Vanguard. Danto Vanguard.
2 Adanto Vanguards.
That's gross.
That is, but if Tony can find answers, I keep telling people Settle the Wreckage is still in standard,
Yeah.
and I think a lot of people keep forgetting that it's in standard.
The only deck I really would want to use it against would probably be.
Won't take too long.
I don't even know. Like, I know Green White Tokens was the thing. It's awkward to use it against it because they just play.
Okay,
Cards
Eagle.
so much nights, but right now I can't make a deck that.
So now
It's
he's got a 5 flyer,
5
5 in the air.
and yeah, take 5.
I was at 18?
Yes. And
He takes 5,
onwards.
putting him at 13. Tony drawing 2 cards.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't get to untap. So I see Aurelia in his hand. That's a big flyer there.
All right.
I'll target Adanto Vanguard.
Okay. So it gets vigilance on your turn.
So I'll swing 5, 8 to you.
All right. I'm doing math real quick. So that's 4, 5, and this has a tough. This is power of
3.
3.
This is 3 and 5.
All right. I'm gonna block with the Supreme Phantom. Okay. And
So he's blocking
I'm
with
gonna
Supreme
take-
Bantam.
So I'm gonna take 5. All right. Was that all for you?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's my turn.
Yeah.
So Tony blocking with the
9.
Supreme Bantam, but thanks to the Imperial, the other buffer, it has 4 toughness.
Yeah.
And it looks like James paid 4 life to also keep his Adanto Vanguard alive.
Which I think he might be dead on board here. That's 5. That's 6, 7. That's 10.
Well, Tony has
Well, Aurelia, yeah.
yeah,
Favorable winds.
favorable winds actually helps because now he has a 6/6 flyer,
Supreme Phantom.
Supreme Phantom, 7/7 flyer. All those things are big now.
Oof. You guys died.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, thanks, guys.
yeah.
All right, man.
Tony says, yeah, you die because, let's see, Supreme Bantam,
Yeah, there was protection spells.
Oh, well,
3,
that was my hand.
4, 5.
I was like,
Yeah, he's going to hit him for
'cause
10.
I was like,
Yeah, either
my
way.
mana short and my next.
Yeah,
turn,
Tony wins game 1 there.
Get it next turn
Yeah.
and still have the blockers up.
As I said earlier,
It's always fun playing you,
They
though, man.
get wide,
That
they
was-
get
that
big.
was
So, I mean,
everything, because I was like, what? Counters to everything.
Yeah, is Blue White Flyers going to go undefeated?
it would not surprise me. I mean,
That's for sure.
It was on
You're for
MTG
sure.
Goldfish not too long ago. It was a budget deck that was without like
You're a better play.
shots, the buddy lands,
So,
things like that, and it was only like $65.
yep. So Josh is asking what you're playing in standard.
Oh, me? Nothing.
What about? I'm at modern.
Oh,
Said, hey Tyler, what are you playing in modern
Oh,
now?
I am playing Hogak. I'm a bad guy.
Sideboard.
There's nothing wrong with playing Hogak.
Yeah.
That would be done.
I liked it better when it had Bridge from Below in it.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. It was a lot better then. People are still saying they think it's gonna get banned. It might, but I mean, just because a lot of people played it and the Mythic Championship, I don't think it means it because I mean it didn't.
It didn't top 8, did it?
Yeah.
Only one copy.
Only one copy. Yeah,
I
but
think
it
there
was.
3 Gen decks in the top 8.
Yeah, because there's one real good card that people slept on, and I'm very like when I read the card, and I'm talking about Ren and 6. When I read the card, I said this card is definitely undervalued when it first came out, and now it's the highest valued card in Modern Horizons.
My mic just went out.
You're gonna have to turn it back on.
That was rough.
Gonna try to get Tyler back into the action. There we go.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, it's definitely that's already spiked up. I think what is it now, 85, 90?
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah, I mean I know it was first spoiled at the center around 40.
No, when it was first spoiled, it was at like 15.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
I'm really mad at Hayes and Daniel then. I told him I wanted to pick him up because I'm like, it's 2-mana planeswalker. Let's be honest here. It's gonna be nuts. Oh no, man, it's not gonna do it. And sure enough, shot right up.
Well, it makes it so your lands, you never miss land drops.
Oh yeah, you never.
And where you have a format with fetch lands, hey, I'll fetch, go get a fetch land. You know,
it just fixes you so well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very solid card.
Looks like James is still sideboarding.
I hope that's not the wrong play. I just
Show the camera. Show the camera.
show the camera.
Yeah, show the camera.
I don't think he was. I don't think he was
Considering
ready
all the things that you're about to do.
for Blue White Flyers to kind of
Yeah.
As long
smack
as
down
we have
on
fun,
that.
man. That's all
I
that
really
matters.
don't.
Considering Lord knows how big those things get big.
They can only get big enough to kill you.
He's right.
So I'm going to be
They can't
taking
get big enough to
infinite
do
turns
that.
again in Modern.
Well, they got big enough to do something. Hurt my feelings.
The
Oh, you
deck
didn't
just
get my
got
feelings hurt, James. Are you gonna be on the
that third
place
deck that I
here?
saw on
Or just the super
Goldfish
switch?
Yeah.
and the Time Warped
Yep.
and
Eternal Witness.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
deck looks
Um,
cute. Deck looks really cute.
Yeah, I like it. Because you sit there and you blink walls to draw cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Draw a card.
Play the Hideaway guy from
Gonna
Modern
play that card
Horizons.
tapped and saved.
Very excited about it.
Good 18.
That's why I need somebody to do commentary on Monday so I can play.
I know, right? If I didn't work, I'd do it every now and then. It's more interesting.
All right, cool.
Go ahead.
Both players at 18 as we get back to standard action here for game number 2. Both players at 18.
Go ahead.
Remorseful Cleric for Tony.
What's it do?
I can. It has flying
Really
into
hoping
2/1.
this Fighters
If I
deck
sack
kind of
it,
steps
X
up
out
to the
all
plate
cards
here
from the
because it's a
graveyard.
really good game too.
So it's not
Because I mean,
great.
when the deck goes off, it's really good.
Brandon, it's not the best thing.
Now, I thought I updated
You're
this
the best
information.
thing ever.
Only for you, Tony. Play Defiant Strike.
I'm giving it +1/+0 until I turn in to draw a card.
I thought I updated the name. I guess I didn't. Sorry, James. You've been Darren Grimes for game 1. But now it's fixed.
Probably could, but they didn't.
What's funny is nobody in the stream corrected me. Not even Darren.
Well, you know, it happens.
It does.
I'll play Reckless Rage.
All right, cool.
So I
Go ahead and
No.
So Reckless Rage is still on the.
on the stack. So you can exile all this.
I'm gonna exile. Yeah,
So you sack it?
I sack it. Yes,
Okay.
I sack it, and that does not have a target, so it doesn't target that either.
Yes, it does. Let me go and explain that.
You did.
Go ahead.
All right, so,
So-
when you target it,
Okay,
I
so
sack
this doesn't
this, so that doesn't hit.
Okay. I'm
Hold up.
actually confused about
All right, we'll have
Okay.
him explain it to us.
So this card, it deals damage
I
to target
can't
creature you
hear
don't control and
anything.
2 damage to target creature you control. So it has 2 targets.
Okay.
And because it says target
Y'all can
twice,
probably hear Randy
even
explain the
though-
rules. I'm just gonna sit out here and.
even though you sack
I'll
that
try.
and 1 target became illegal,
The other
1
one
target's
stayed
still
legal,
legal,
so he
and
still
the
gets
spell
the
will
counter.
resolve.
All right,
so
cool.
Okay.
it still gets the target, or it still gets the trigger for
Uh-huh.
being targeted, but it has 2 damage on it still.
Okay.
Okay.
And
It would be
So what happened?
Oh, they just wanted to make
So you
sure
sacked it
that
first.
No,
they
that's
understood
This is up.
yeah, because that was still in the stack.
that the 10th District Legionnaire has 2 damage on it.
I want that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was commentating. You were commentating, I guess. Cause I can't hear anything in there.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Play
Oh, that's fine.
Integrity.
You translate very well for me.
Until turn. All right.
So I'll do 5.
I have no
6,
idea what that card is.
7, 8.
Full disclosure.
Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll H.
All right.
So Tony's going to go down to 10
I'm at 10.
as 10th District Legionnaire gets in for 8. And it's a 5/5. So James talked about how quick or
I
how
don't
big
think we're gonna
Tony's
get
creatures
there.
can get.
I don't think I have
Look how
any
big
turns to get
James's
there,
creatures
that's
can get.
huge. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hanged executioner.
He's going to put out a blocker.
I think we're gonna go to game 3, and it is.
I don't think that Hanged Executioner makes it to the next turn.
I don't know. Let's see what's in James's hand. He has Fry.
That's a white or blue permanent, correct?
Yep. 5 damage to it. Can't be countered. So we should see Fry. He's got to get rid of both creatures here.
I mean, just get rid of one, get you in
I'll
there.
fry it.
You're frying the
hanged
hanged executioner. All right.
So there goes Executioner.
And that kills it.
Yeah.
All
Yeah, and
right.
I really like how Fry is here.
We got to block with my spirit.
So Spirit blocks.
Go ahead.
So here comes Dungeon Geist. Dungeon Geist is going to tap it down and give Tony a turn.
It does not.
Hopefully more, let's be honest, but more than likely not.
Go ahead.
It doesn't untap.
Okay.
Yeah, he corrected it there.
Play Feather.
Boros Feather.
There's the card.
Well, there's a flyer and a flyer.
Gonna play Hallowed Fountains tapped. Winged Words for 2 cards,
So draw 2 here.
and then
A favorable winds, which makes it a.
play
Tony's,
favorable winds.
Tony's flooding out here.
Going into your second.
Now he has a
Before you go
Vanguard
into your end spell,
and
I'm playing Integrity on it.
that in his hand.
Okay.
I don't even know. Can you tell me what that card is, Randy? I'm sorry.
Integrity.
Scry, and you get a draw card?
I'll just scry it. So it's gonna go into my next turn now.
Okay.
Okay, this one on tap. Let's go to my hand. I'll draw this.
Integrity intervention.
Sorry,
Okay.
Tony.
It's okay.
So we'll look at it here together. Target creature gets +2/+2 until the end of turn, and then an intervention deals 3 damage to any target, and you gain 3 life.
Also, that fits really well in the deck, so that's.
Defiant Strike this.
Okay.
Scry. Draw.
Why do you wait? Oh, draw a card. Okay, yeah.
James showing the cards that are going to go back to his hand thanks to Feather.
I will play a land for turn. So I'll play Temple Triumph Scry. I'll swing 5, 6. No, 5 to you.
If I was Tony, I'd take the 5 here.
It is Vigil. Okay, 5
Yeah.
in the air. All right, I'll go to
5.
5.
You're done.
All right.
Another Dungeon Geist off the top would be very helpful for Tony, but he draws another land.
The flood is real.
Play winged words. Draw your cards. 1, 2.
Supreme Phantom, that's a
Play
blocker.
Supreme Phantom.
And it has 4 toughness because of the favorable
And
winds.
then play a winged
I think he has
words.
another wins in hand too.
Yep.
And
Tony could choose to attack or he could sit back. I think he
I'll
might
just
need
do
to
it on the
sit
second
back.
anyways,
okay,
Just to target it.
okay.
He's trying to scry, and he's leaving that there. So if
That
that's a,
doesn't attack.
Okay, sorry. Keep forgetting that.
so if he has a God's Willing, he's gonna win here.
Yeah,
That's a God's Willing.
I have tapped out.
Okay.
That's what he was definitely looking for.
Play Integrity. Make it
Alright.
5. I'll call Pro Blue.
Okay.
Swing at you.
Yep. All right.
Going to a game 3.
Yeah, as James evens it up, a game apiece. Really like it when we do go to game 3.
I had 4 land in my hand.
4
It's
land.
really
Is that
rough
how
for
it-
Tony there
is that
to
your
see
starting
these
hand?
draw
No.
so many
I had a lot of
lands.
land. I had land in my hand, but
I mean, I
no,
think
no,
you
no.
dug
All
6
those
to 8
cards I
cards
drew,
there.
yeah,
Land.
I
You
drew a lot
probably
of
hit,
stuff.
you know, 3
I was
to
like,
4
dude,
lands.
how much more can you be drawing?
Yeah, but now Tony's gonna be on the
Enough to
play.
win.
My only win con was getting the God's
Now,
Will.
I would like to
Yeah.
think that James has the advantage here after
And I was
sideboard
like,
for them
okay,
to
it's
get a
Pro,
good card like
it's either
Fry
Pro Blue or Pro
to
Land.
kind of pretty much kill anything on his
And lose
board.
both of them.
Yeah,
Depending on how buff they are with the board state.
But man,
But I mean, I really do think James probably has the
stare at me
advantage
like,
because I don't
yep.
think Tony has any removal on his sideboard to kind of deal with his big creatures.
Well, Feather and God's Willing just definitely will tip the scales in James's favor.
Oh yeah, I mean, like Tony has to make sure that Feather doesn't.
I'll
stay
be on the
on
play, sir.
alrighty.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing the best way to do that would probably be Hanged Executioner. But James has showed
Every
really
smart player is saying.
well how well he is able to
Just
keep
remove it.
off. Yeah, just keep it off the field.
I actually made a bad
Zero
mistake.
Sky 89. How are you
Because
doing?
before you
Welcome
play-
to the stream.
was it the Wing Spirit?
Not sure who you
The
are.
spell that the enchantment that you have on the field that gives it 1/1.
If you'd let me know
I could have played
your real
Intervention
name.
and killed off your
Not very
thing,
very
and
familiar
brought
with
back my
handles.
Legion Arrow the next turn.
Hey, Darwin.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Cool.
yeah.
Darwin.
Then had something to do.
Checking out our round 5 action here.
Feather shenanigans.
If ifs and buts.
There's a lot of ifs and buts. You know, you make
Yep.
little plays because you think you have a better play in your head, and then you make. a
So
mistake.
Tony's going to be on the play for
But you know what?
Game
The important
3.
thing is it's a game.
last game of the night.
3,
I mean, we got 30
4,
minutes. We might be able to find one more.
6, 7. Wow. I
No,
only
because
have
usually when you crown a victor, and it's a victor of the night, winner here is going undefeated.
Okay.
We're gonna keep.
You know.
You do you, Tony.
Eh.
Looks like Tony's gonna keep and James is going to 6, or did he even draw a hand yet?
I think he's going to 6.
And it looks like Tony has your favorite card in his hand. That the one drop Flash Spirit.
Spectral
Right,
Pirate.
There you go, buddy.
Yep. See,
And this is-
one blue
this
mana
is
card
it.
in his
This
hand,
is
so
for-
that'd be my guess, but I guess we'll see.
Well, he has a favorable wins.
I think that's Curious Obsession.
Oh, going to
Yeah, that's an
5,
obsession.
sir.
One landers.
It looks like James might be going down to 5.
Yeah, he's saying one landers, but that's magic for
My
you.
life's gonna be today.
You do need mana to play this game.
We were talking earlier though about how the
That hurts
London
less
Mulligan
with
rule
Pyro, yeah.
is
Okay.
giving
Finally got
players
some
a
mythic, I
better
was like,
chance.
yes.
Yeah, so instead of actually
Going down to 5.
going down to 5 cards and only looking at 5 cards, he gets to look at 7 and then put 2 on the bottom. Very helpful to make it so it's so that way James isn't getting blown out with a non-game.
Yeah.
There goes God cards.
He has 2 lands, 3 lands, a feather, 4 lands.
I think you have to keep that because I mean, if you get there,
So
you
he has
can
3.
go off.
He could actually just pitch 2 lands or a land and a non-land. Keep the feather and the God's Willing, and that looks like what he's going to
You
do.
have 5 cards in your hand?
That's
Alright, good luck, man. We are
Definitely
going
the
to
right
play
play in my
the
opinion.
Plains and Seiko.
Tony with the plains and pass. James draws a land. So we're going to see a Glacial Fortress. And probably a Supreme Phantom.
Glacial Fortress. And a Supreme
Yep.
Phantom. Go ahead.
It's a deadly card, I swear.
That's that one guy that does the things and the stuff. I can't remember his name ever.
Yep. Look at that, Dreadhorde Arcanist, which is really neat because he can afford to play God's Willing this next turn, but I think he needs to set up. So Hanged Executioner would be really good here. Tony
King
tapping it.
Executioner.
Yeah, that is a pain.
Yep, make
And
it, go from
we'll go ahead and
1
take
power
it.
to
I
5
should have
power,
attacked
3
first,
mana.
but go ahead.
Yep. So there's a
That's
lava
a
coil.
lava coil.
I think you should play the feather and try to set up for next turn.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Now, does Tony have any removal for the feather?
Well, he has the executioner if he draws a land here.
Land, potato.
Tato.
I draw a card.
It is a
I
land.
land.
Yeah, I would just.
I would-
pass turn.
I would definitely. Well, I would execute the
I'd
feather
do- yeah,
now.
'cause if you
Do it
draw-
now.
Yeah, do it now because anything you
We're gonna
cast
get rid
this
of
turn.
feather.
Get it out of here.
Yep. Now he can attack for 3.
Hit you for 3. Go ahead. I had to do it while you're tapped out.
Another God's Willing.
Yeah.
Who would it?
The wrong card,
Where's the
bro.
right? Vanguard.
Or, no, that's in the Vanguard, not another
Yep.
God's Willing. And I'm gonna. Yep.
Lava coil. Exile. It's exiled. There we go, Tony.
Swing one.
One.
Go ahead.
It's 19 to 16.
If I win
Now
this,
he has
I'll
that
have
coil
God's
on
Will.
repeat at least one more time, correct?
Yeah. There's another Hanged Executioner, but I think he could play maybe a Remorseful Cleric and the Favorable Winds, because I think that's in his hand as well.
All right, we're gonna take 2 points of damage
Yeah.
and see if that costs us the game.
Well, wait,
Okay.
there's more.
Well, he's like,
We're
we're,
going
he,
to
what he said is he's going to see if it costs him the
Oh,
game.
it's not. That is a
Pure
pain.
Eagle. Hit you for 2.
Then he's going to draw 2 cards.
Remorseful Cleric.
Oh, Remorseful Cleric as a follow-up.
And go ahead.
So Remorseful Cleric's really good because now if he tries to do the Dreadhorde Arcanist tricks, he can exile the graveyard in response.
Yeah.
I'll fry the Imperator Eagle.
That's a fry off the
Since
top.
it's blue and white, does it take a whole lot of extra damage?
Just for being there, yeah.
God's willing.
I'm gonna go.
I think it's a little
Right.
early, maybe.
Okay.
The scry's important here.
And that's a scry.
And he can attack with the Dreadhorde and give it pro white and get in for 4 damage.
Right, it hit me for 3. All right.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So it's 14 all.
Tap, upkeep, draw.
There's another eagle. That's pretty big.
All right.
As it looks like James
We
Hellbent.
are going to
Yeah, he has no cards in hand, correct?
Correct. So he can play favorable winds. He can play the eagle.
Imperium Eagle.
Yeah.
Curious Obsession.
Curious Obsession.
And then
Oh wow, that's
hit you for
pretty
1,
big.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm going to draw a card. And it is
So
your
it looks
turn.
like Tony's going for the race.
Yeah, Tony's kind of ahead right now, as he has another Imperium Eagle in his hand too.
Good
And
game.
James extends the hand.
Extends the
Wow,
hand.
favorable winds, Imperium Eagle.
Oh man, that was lots of fun.
Wow.
I think he probably, because you can cast Lava Cloud out of the graveyard if you swing with the
No, you have to have your power has to be greater than the CMC.
this is a 1, that's a 1/3, right?
Yeah. I'll bring up Dreadhorde Arcanist. So Dreadhorde Arcanist, that's the card. Whenever it attacks, again, you may cast an instant or sorcery card with converted mana cost less than or equal to Dreadhorde Arcanist's power from your graveyard. So he couldn't cast Fry. He couldn't cast, any of the 2-drop removals that he had seen. And trust me, he wants to get it there. Imagine if Dreadhorde Arcanist had prowess. It's scary.
Yeah.
I'm glad it doesn't. It's already scary enough with just God's willing. So, hey, folks, that's our show for the evening. I want to thank Tyler for coming in and helping out with the last 2 rounds. Appreciate it very much.
Yep.
I'm Randy. I want you to like, subscribe, follow us so that way you can get there. Yeah, who are these handsome gentlemen? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Still won't, I don't know if my wife wants me, being called handsome. Anyway, as always, you're welcome to battle at the front line, and we'll see you there.